Oh, happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome to today's live stream. We gave producer Pete the day off, and you guys are stuck with just me. Congratulations. I would say that's a big, massive victory. I'm going to be reminding everyone to hit that refresh button right now. We are live on Rumble, waiting for that push notification to go out. We're live on two different channels on Rumble, and that's one of my favorite things about this. We are live on the Brianna Morello Show page. We're also live over on Dear America. As many of you guys know, I am working with the good folks over at Dear America, which is Graham Allen, Chad Prather, and all of our favorite people. So we're there as well. But if you want to be in on the chat, you got to give us a follow over at the Brianna Morello Show page. So we are live, baby, and everyone is loading into the room right now. I'm very excited about this. Thanks for jumping on with me. A lot going on, crazy day. I thought we were going to be a couple of minutes late. I'll explain. I'm a little annoyed, a little angry. I guess it's like first world problems at this point, but the reality of it is I've had some like car problems. As many of you guys know, if you follow me on X, I'm very transparent when it comes to my car, as many of you guys know. Sidewalks always seem to find my tires. And I think it's just coincidental. I don't know. I don't blame myself, of course. Probably more so just my biology as a biological female. But, anyways, long story short, don't have my car right now. Thought I was going to get a loaner. They just told me about 5 minutes prior to this stream starting that they can't give me my loaner. So, we don't have a loaner today. And so that's where we're kicking things off. We are kicking things off today. I'm very excited about that. A lot going on in the world. Broken exclusive today. We're going to dig into that in a little bit. I know you guys all are very excited about that one because, again, it shows how insanely reckless everyone is. Let's see. I am going to jump back into this. I want to pull up a couple of things for you guys. We are taking questions tonight on X. So if you have a question, you got to send it in over on my Twitter page. That is where we're taking questions. And it's only for those who are subscribers to my X page. Folks, if you haven't subscribed already, I'd highly recommend it. I would highly recommend that you all should head on over there and subscribe today because it is very important that you do so. I don't know why they do this to us. Restream just doesn't even put out a title. They just push out the Brianna Morello stream and that's it. So let me edit that for people at home right now who are watching so they know that we're doing a Q&A tonight. But the reality of it is, folks, we got a couple of things going on. As many of you guys know, I can't shut up about the Diddy trial because I thought from the very beginning that it was a sham. And long behold, it looks like that's exactly what it was. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're also going to be talking a little bit about the exclusive story that I dropped earlier today in regards to those deportation flights. Something deeply, deeply concerning happened, and I wanted to make sure it was on your radar. So we're going to do that in just a couple of minutes. But I want to remind you all at home as we wait for the push notification to go out, because I still haven't gotten mine yet for Rumble. While we wait for everyone to join the conversation tonight, because again, this wasn't supposed to be a live stream. That wasn't the game plan for today, but I do love a good live stream. I will be in let's pull up the chat actually. Actually, first, let me do this. All right. Producer Pete's out today. We gave him a day off. So listen here. You're dealing with the C team when it comes to hitting all the buttons. It's just me. But I wanted to remind you guys all that we have a email list that you guys could join for free. Head on over. If you haven't done it already, you got to do it now. It's the independentnewsroom.com, because if you did sign up for my newsletter, you saw this story before anyone else. I obtained an exclusive regarding a Biden-appointed air marshal director. You got it right. They still have people who were appointed by the Biden administration still working. But ultimately, this individual sent out an email that I got my hands on. And in that email, he's telling air marshals that when you are flying these violent illegal aliens, many of them are actually a part of gangs and cartels. And so when you're flying with them on planes, don't bring your firearm. I mean, it literally said not travel armed. I'll read it all to you in just a few moments. The email was so freaking strange. But folks, if you haven't done so already, you got to head on over independentnewsroom.com. Sign up for that newsletter because you missed out on it. And why miss out? It's free. If you want to support my work as an independent journalist, though, which we greatly appreciate, and I email everyone who does become a paid subscriber, and it's me, I actually go through the list and will email you directly. And thank you for supporting my work as an independent journalist. You got to head on over right now, independentnewsroom.com. That's where all of these exclusives break first. So if you were signed up already, you saw this. You saw this story. We'll talk about it later tonight. A lot going on that front. A lot going on. The big, beautiful bill passed, obviously, and President Trump is touting that as a massive victory, and rightfully so. I mean, he put his effort into it. I mean, he really did work overtime on that one. So again, it's very important that he does that victory lap. Welcome to everyone who's tuning in right now. I think we just got the push notification that had just gone out. Yeah, it looks like it just did. So we're going to wait for everyone to kind of jump on into the Rumble chats, but it is our favorite people leading the way in the chat today. Let's pull up the Rumble chat for now. All right, we've got a Rumble chat going. Let's pull it up. Okay. I'm instructing myself here, folks. Producer Pete, day off. So you just got me. Sorry. Not sorry. All right. So everyone's popping into the Rumble chat. If you want to drop a question in to tonight's show, you got to be a paid subscriber over my X page. That's where we're doing it. Okay. So make sure you head on over to the X page. We got the tweet up. That's where you're going to want to put your questions. We'll be answering those momentarily. Hello, Patriot Man. I know all of our favorite people are here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Morphs, Ed, something, Argil. Thank you. Let's see. Did I miss anyone? Nat Red. Hey. Appreciate the love. Thank you very much. Everyone jumping in. Then we've also got Dear America chat up. Patriot and Dear America chat saying, good morning. Wonder where you are, my friend. Good morning, wherever you are. Folks, we are going to be jumping in and out of the Rumble chat. That is where it is. You got to head on over to the Brianna Morello Show, like that page, follow it, whatever it is you got to do. But that's going to be the main place for our discussion. So if you want to see your chat on the screen, that is where you're going to want to be tonight. Okay, a lot going on. Obviously, July 4th happening tomorrow. It's America's birthday. I'm excited about that. But you probably have plans. What are your plans for this weekend? I've got a big announcement. I've got a very big announcement coming your way soon. I'm waiting. Maybe I'll drop the announcement on tonight's stream. It's an exciting announcement. It is a very exciting announcement. Okay, we'll drop the big announcement in just a few minutes then. You've all convinced me. If you're on Twitter, hello. If you are a paid subscriber, you're going to get an exclusive today. You're going to be able to drop your questions onto the tweet. If you subscribe, you will see that tweet. Definitely give it a click. Definitely drop it in and do that just this second. Let's see. A couple of people in the chat want to say hello to Tim Tuggin. I gotta set my game up, folks. I really do. But a lot going on. Welcome to the chat, folks. I'll be dropping big news. Why not? Let's just do it on tonight's stream. I was gonna wait maybe next week, but if you're paying attention to tonight's stream, I should probably thank you for doing just that. And so we're gonna drop that announcement in just a few minutes. Folks, again, drop your questions over on X, Lurk Bat. Hey. We got a big announcement coming your way in just a few minutes. We'll definitely want to drop that in. Make sure you hit that like button right now if you're on Rumble. If you were on the Dear America page, welcome. I greatly appreciate it, of course. But definitely give the show page a follow as well. The Brianna Morello Show page. Patriot over at the Dear America page just said, I'm a night shift worker at a hospital. Well, thank you for your service. So it's your morning. Well, rise and shine, baby. You probably have a very long day ahead of you, especially because, well, tomorrow is probably going to be a bunch of morons blowing their arms off. So good luck. I'm not a firework person. I really am not. Joe G on X just said, hello, Miss Bree. Hey, Joe. What's going on? Let's get some of the X posts up. Tim, who's now in the Rumble chat. I like how efficient you are, Tim. Hey. Lurk, also very efficient on both X and in Rumble. We like it. We like it a lot. Folks, we're going to be jumping into the Q&A in just a few moments. A lot happening today. Did you see my exclusive story that dropped? Okay, so we dropped this exclusive on the independentnewsroom.com. So let's just kind of give you a little bit of overview as to what took place. I got my hands on an email that was sent by an individual who is a Biden-appointed director for the U.S. Air Marshals. And this individual, it's just like so like jaw dropping. I reached out, wanted to do my due diligence before publishing it. Obviously, it all checks out, and several people told me they received the email. So what we're talking about here is this: Brian Belcher. That's how you say it. He is a director of the Federal Air Marshal Service. He was appointed under the Biden administration. I believe it was back in 2023. And ultimately, he sent out this email. And in this email, he's talking about how now they're going to be doing more to help ICE out with their deportation flights. Now, as many of you guys know, the Trump administration has been deporting the most violent individuals and flying them to other countries. Now, these flights usually have anywhere from like 180 people on it and maybe a little bit less, but it's usually around 180. And they're flying them to all different countries. Okay. In this email, they're talking about the protocol, what they're going to be doing to assist ICE. Now they are designating air marshals to be on the flights with those deportees. That's how you say it, deportees. And you're never going to guess what the email said. Pretty much the email said this, okay? The email, and I never include the actual emails, and this is why. These agencies tend to put a invisible watermark on a lot of their documents, so if someone does leak it, they could track it. And so I'm always like on top of everything. I'm always on top of everything. Happy 4th of July. Thank you, Junior. That comes from us on X. Kelly, hey, Bree. Hey, Kelly. So this story is so crazy because I couldn't believe it myself. The dealership's texting me now. As many of you guys know, I don't have my car because the dealership's holding on to it. I thought I was going to get a loaner. Unfortunately. So hear me out, okay? Let's go back to the story. That's what we're talking about. ADD, man. It's a real thing. So ultimately, he sends out this email. There's multiple bullet proofs in the email, and the email ultimately, this is the point that like drew my attention. They're saying that personnel conducting removal operations in civic aviation domain will not travel armed. So I reached out to DHS for some clarity on all of this because that just seems strange. Obviously, yes, the U.S. Air Marshals, and this didn't come out from, and let's be as clear as day, Kristi Noem did not put this out there. Okay. This was not her instructions. And they can't comment on it. And I really I didn't think they were going to comment on it because obviously this is a safety concern. They're not going to disclose those pieces of information to me, obviously. But, yeah, it's deeply concerning. Deeply concerning. Sorry, guys. Dealership is texting me. Anyways, so yeah, I can't believe that happened. And I'm like, how do you put, okay, these are violent criminals, right? These are cartel members. These are gang members. Like, these are the worst of the worst. How do you put your U.S. Air Marshals on flights unarmed? That's what it appears to be. Now, there could be weapons that we just don't know about. Maybe. And I wouldn't want to disclose that. I wouldn't want to put these U.S. Air Marshals at risk. Did leave a lot of the personal details out because you want to be as respectful as possible. I don't want to put their lives on the line. But that's the reality here, folks, that these people this is what's going on. This is what's going on. So it's deeply concerning, DHS not providing me with comment on any of this. But, my sources tell me, yeah, Brianna, that's a real email that was sent out. So what do you make about it? What do you make of it, I should say? Let me know. Join the chat right now. Independent Newsroom, folks, if you don't subscribe, you missed out on this exclusive because this went straight to your inbox today before anyone else. So head on over to independentnewsroom.com. It's free, but we appreciate it when you support my work. I don't like putting paywalls up. I don't think it's cool. So I try to make my work as accessible as possible. So whether you can't maybe afford doing monthly or you can't afford to do a lump sum, you could also donate directly to us. We've set up the other option as well in the independentnewsroom.com. So you get to pick monthly or a one-time donation. All of that helps to breaking stories like this. So we greatly appreciate it when you do just that. All right, a lot going on in the world today. This is going to be a quick stream today because, folks, a lot going on. I've got to go pick up a car. If you're in the Rumble chat, hey everyone in the Rumble chat. Producer P took the night off, so you got just me. So you're probably going to see a bunch of glitches. But thank you for sticking with me, folks. I greatly appreciate your time. A lot going on in the world today. Drop your comments. Hello to everyone. Hello to everyone in the Rumble chat. All right, I'll drop the exclusive, it's not even exclusive, the big announcement that I have coming your way in 5 minutes. 5. Can't do it right. 5 minutes. We'll drop that for you. Let me flip things over though. Let's flip over to our Q&A. Since we are on very short time today. Normally we do like a full hour, but unfortunately, I've got to go run and get a loaner car. It's been a heck of a day, people. Bear with me. Bear with me. All right, we've got a couple of questions up on X right now. With the BBB passed officially, should we focus on the Senate getting its first? Oh, hold on, man. I don't even know what to say with that one. Let me go. I'm very impatient with the process of how slow we are arresting Democrats. This is okay. Matt Zimmerman. So we communicate often with Matt. He's a great supporter of this program. We're very thankful for him. So he asked this question. We'll go with this one. I've been very impatient with the process of how slow we are arresting Democrats. Why hasn't Pam Bondi fired James Comey's daughter from her position? Well, Matthew, let's be just as transparent as possible. I don't think Pam Bondi's doing much. Normally, you'd hear whispers that there's a grand jury out. You'd hear whispers. I haven't heard whispers. I haven't heard whispers. I haven't heard much. Maybe she's doing something behind the scenes that you and I don't know. Maybe. It's possible. But folks, I haven't heard anything. And usually it's not a thing. That's not a thing. So I'm deeply concerned. I don't know. I mean, and Matthew says the process of how slow. I would argue that they're not doing anything. I mean, that's the reality. And President Trump's on Truth Social right now, just posting tweets. Normally, I would be pumping them out for you guys, but if you're watching the stream right now, obviously we are occupied. But he's pumping out all these details, and he's very excited that his BBB passed. By the way, I don't know why James Comey's daughter was allowed to stay on the Diddy trial. If you authentically wanted to put Diddy on trial, that's probably something you wouldn't do. We all know that she is a part of a massive cover-up. That's what I truly believe. And so, it's a shame. Eric Spracklin, my good friend Eric Spracklin, top 5 most annoying MAGA influencers. Well, Eric, I can't answer that. Maybe Dave Rubin. I don't even know if he's MAGA, though. I don't even know if he's MAGA. All right, Ed, you're going to have me say the word balls on air. Let's do it. Imagine the DOJ grew a set of balls overnight. Who should be the first to be arrested? We've got a lot of options. I would say Joe Biden, but obviously he's not competent to stand trial. We all know that. So let's just go for Hunter because he's a treasonous pig. I know he's not an elected official, but the fact that he just got all these passes, I'm not cool with any of that. I would also probably go with Merrick Garland, obviously destroying this country through mass migration. And the list goes on. Probably every person in the Trump cabinet. I mean, not Trump, the Biden cabinet. So yeah, obviously I'd go for the top dog. Barack Obama, why not? But you'd probably have to get a couple of people to slip around him, so he can't be the first. So yeah. All right, Susie, do you believe that the DOJ is building money laundering and embezzlement cases, which include congressional reps associated with U.S. aid and what has done? Okay, so I know a lot of you guys like to be optimistic. And hear me out. I don't want to be a total black pill tonight. This wasn't the goal of tonight's show. I don't think the DOJ is doing much. I have not heard anything. I've got friends in the DOJ. They all tell me they don't know what they're doing. No one's directing them to anything. So I don't know. And I'm not going to lie to you and pretend like there's something happening. I don't know if there's anything happening. I don't think there will be. You know, Pam Bonnie's doing more hits on cable news, Fox News, than anything. I mean, it's exclusively Fox. I don't think I've seen her do anything else. So, I don't think they're going to do anything with US aid. I think Doge not being codified is a big red flag. I don't want to be a black pill tonight, guys. I want to be optimistic. Let's hope that the next question could allow me to be a little optimistic tonight. Aw, the Stone Age. Why am I like I'm slow? I am so slow today. Everything's moving slow in this head today. A lot going on. And if you see my Twitter today, you probably saw that I opened up my Twitter day with saying I was going on Twitter. Let's go to the normal chat real quick because I know you guys are probably making fun of me. It's okay if you do. I understand. I started off my day by jinxing everything by saying it was going to be a slow news day. And I actually did that intentionally because I was hoping it was going to jinx it because I was really kind of bored. And you guys kept me pretty busy today. So that's the good news. I know you guys are dropping your list of who you'd want to arrest first. Realistically, you can't go for Barack Obama at the top one. Hillary Clinton either. You need people around them to flip. So it would be a couple of small ones. Then they'd flip because they'd be afraid. And then you go after the big dog. Interesting enough, right? Interesting enough. That's my page. See, this is what happens when I don't have Pete here, folks. We are struggling to get by. Really, just a struggle. Just a struggle. Folks, let's go through the rest of the questions. All right. Do you know much about Texas state politics? Tack penis. Yeah, I've got a decent understanding. I mean, I just got here, right? So we know that there's a bunch of rhinos in the House, that they allegedly have the majority in the Republican Party, but they don't really because Democrats run on Republican tickets, and the GOP here apparently isn't able to stop that from happening. I don't know how that happens, but nothing productive happens for Republicans here in Texas. Nothing productive happens. Freedom Sticks. Do you think the one of the reasons that the judge in the Diddy case, Diddy trial, denied bail was because he was another case being filed? I think that they denied his bail because they don't want him out. It's not normal for someone with those charges to be denied bail, just so you know. Usually they would because it's not a serious. I mean, it's serious because he's facing potentially 10 years on each count, but it's not that serious for a first-time offender. And I think the fact that they allowed him to travel. Remember when they were raiding his home in Florida? They allowed him to get on a plane and leave. I think they allowed that. Why would they allow that if they really thought he was a threat? Doesn't make any sense. I think that the judge is probably in on it too. That's just the guess. That's just the guess because there's really no reason to hold him at this point, unless you are working for the government and you're trying your best to silence him, and so you have to hold him. I just don't understand why they would hold him. First conviction, although he had prior criminal trials. There was one before this, obviously. You guys remember J-Lo and the gun. But first conviction, I'm not saying he's a good person. Everyone's like, oh, are you vouching for him? I'm not. His attorneys weren't even doing that either. They literally opened by saying that he was not the best person in the world. And by best person in the world, I mean a guy who obviously abuses women. But he wasn't on trial for domestic violence. He was on trial for racketeering and sex trafficking and James Comey's daughter not being able to get those convictions. Coincidental? Joe G, what's the latest on the investigations into the auto pen pardons? I haven't heard much, Joe. I haven't heard much. Not surprising. Not surprising. Listen, when it comes to leaks, I usually hear them first. I've got a lot of friends, and I got to tell you, I don't think they're that good at this where we're not getting any leaks. I don't know if anything's going on. I know someone called me a couple of days ago and told me that there is stuff going on. I don't know. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys every day and tell you that there's something going on. Because I don't think there is. All right, you guys want the big news? The big announcement. If you want the big announcement, everyone who's in the Rumble chat right now, drop a W because this is going to be a win for all of us. Let me drop in Dear America chat as well. All right. If you want to hear the big announcement, drop a W. Let's see it. Just write W and hit it in the chat. I know I see everyone else does this, and I'm like, okay, I want to kind of be in on this. All right, let's blow it up a little bit. Dun, 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 dun. The big announcement. Well, get this. All right, you guys are about to get another dose of me. I'm going to be bringing you more content on a platform you're probably really well versed on. Get this. I will be doing a morning show Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. Forget this. InfoWars. The show's called Good Morning InfoWars. And no, the best young, I am not pregnant. But I do have a show on InfoWars now. We're very excited about that. It's going to be a news show where I recap the news and we go through the stories. And I'll be joining my buddies over at InfoWars, which I'm very excited about. You guys know I love all the guys over there. And I am thrilled to be joining the team. So I will be joining them on Saturday mornings, bringing you the very latest over on InfoWars. It's called Good Morning InfoWars. That's what I understand it to be. So we're very excited about that. If you're wondering when it's going to start, I believe we're starting in about 2 weeks. So Saturday mornings, get ready. I'm going to be arriving to the farmer's market a little bit later than I would normally. Tack penis. You're a funny guy. Very funny guy. Hey, listen, I've tried it. It's not for me. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. So yeah, you're going to be getting the regular Monday through Friday morning briefings. Sometimes on Fridays. I feel like if there's a lot of news going on, I do it. But if there's not a lot of news going on, this morning it wasn't much. We didn't do it today. So we'll just float the show and the the morning briefing. And then every Thursday, obviously, and we do the live streams just randomly throughout the week. We sprinkle them in. But Saturday mornings, spend it with me on InfoWars. Good Morning InfoWars, starting on July 19th. And it's just me, no co-host. Just me. You guys are stuck with me for a full hour. I'm looking forward to it, though. It will be fun. It will be very exciting. You know, I love going on InfoWars. Probably like the best fan base you guys have on InfoWars, I have to say. Like every time I go on any of the shows, like earlier today, I was on Harrison's show. And so that was exciting to go over there and to join him. But the responses that I get back right after are amazing. So I love going. Joe G, thank you very much. Saying congrats on X. Very, very much appreciated, of course. And everyone in the Rumble chat. Thank you guys. As always, you guys are the best. Patriot, Ed, Cross. Thank you all. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. No co-host needed. Saturdays, you guys got to be on InfoWars with me. Okay. I'm working on a couple of things. And I'm very excited about just that. I'm very excited about that. Yeah. Something. It's Good Morning InfoWars. I've got to find my catch line when we open up the show every day. Yeah, Lurk. So you make a good point. So most news stories break later in the day on Fridays, and there's a reason for that. When you want to push something all the way back in the news cycle, you drop it on a Friday. We call it getting buried because no one else can talk about it later. Matthew Zimmerman. Thank you, sir. Saying on X right now, congratulations on your new show. Saturday mornings, Brianna. You deserve it. I appreciate it, Matthew. Thank you, as always. Very supportive. We answered your question, Matthew. I hope you were there for that. Let's see. Who else on X? I love this. It's so easy just to press a button. Brian Park. InfoWars. Nice. I agree. And it's easier for me because it's up there on the screen. Otherwise, the Rumble chat, to look down here and the words are so small. That's the thing with age. Speaking of age, my birthday is coming up and I'm not very excited about it. Next Saturday, folks. So we'll figure that out. I don't know what I'm going to do. Hang out with my dogs. What are your July 4th plans, folks? Let me know. We've got about 3 more minutes because I got to run out of here. Law still going on. So frustrating. A lot of craziness happening today, and I have a deadline. I have to be at somewhere now to go pick something up. The loaner car, like I was telling you guys before. So, Jess, thank you very much. Saying congratulations, lady. I appreciate it, Jess. Thank you very much. Kelly, nice starting on my birthday weekend. Oh, we share a birthday weekend. Oh, wait, not us sharing the show. I get you. We share a birthday month, Kelly. Nothing better than that. July's. All my friends are actually July birthdays. It's a thing. It's a thing. Boom, boom, baseball, barbecue, and watermelon. Love it. Love it. Folks, if you are in the Dear America chat right now, I don't want you to feel left out. Make sure you guys head on over to the Brianna Morello Show. Hit that like button, that follow button. We love it when you do. Patriot Man, already had your birthday in my calendar. You are kind. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. Oh, Tack Penis. My birthday is the 10th. Happy birthday. My cousin's the 11th. Everyone who I know is in July. Strange. Thank you, Ed, as always. Yeah, folks. It's kind of crazy how the news cycle does all of this. I don't know what I'm doing for July 4th. I haven't yet decided. Probably just relaxing. I got so much stuff to do. So much stuff to do. And I'm always like, all right, I'll catch up. I'll catch up. This is a good time to catch up. Nat Red, your birthday is on Sunday. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Folks, we got about 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. And I got to go run out the front door. Like I said, crazy freaking day. This wasn't expected. None of this was expected. It was actually supposed to be a very easy day for me. And then it wasn't. But that's how things work. I'm not complaining now. Life could be worse. Life could be worse. And it's not very bad for me. So, folks, very excited for that InfoWars show. Starting up, put it on your calendar. Make sure you mark it off. Make sure you mark it off because you don't want to miss out on the first episode. I'm still kind of like trying to work it out, figure out who I'm going to have on. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. All right, drop your last couple of questions in the Rumble chat. This was like such a chaotic day, guys. Normally I wouldn't do this to you guys. Normally we do a full hour. But they literally just messaged me now. And they're like, you have 20 minutes to get here. And that means the girl's got to run. Folks, I want to thank everyone for jumping in tonight. I know it's like a last minute thing. So I greatly appreciate it. Maybe we'll do a stream later during the week. Why not? Why not? I don't want to leave you guys hanging, of course. So we will do something. We'll make something work. I hope you have a great July 4th. Folks, if you've done so already, make sure you head on over independentnewsroom.com. You missed out on a story today if you didn't sign up. It is free. So make sure you do just that. But yeah, we dropped the exclusive story today first there. So make sure you head on over and give us a subscribe email. Give me your email. It's free unless you want to help us out and support us. We greatly appreciate when you do. That goes directly to this show, and I appreciate it dearly. All right, folks, we are signing out for the night. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll keep posting on X as always, so make sure you give me a follow at Brianna Morello, and I'll catch you here next